making the world better with Qigong. That is going to be the topic of this episode of Qi Life. All right, so it's been a little while since the last vlog. It was a bit of an epic effort doing those 100 vlogs in 100 days, so I've had a bit of a break. But I am out and about today in a beautiful environment, some beautiful nature around me, and I have a little bit of time between some appointments. And so I thought, wait, good opportunity to do another vlog. And I am hoping that over the next little while to, vlog quite regularly, not as regularly as I did every day, but I think, hopefully have some interesting things coming up over the next little while, and also just interesting topics to talk about as well. So yeah, don't expect them every day, but at least somewhat regularly moving forwards now. Now, you might notice the audio is a bit different on this vlog than some of the other ones. I wasn't really planning to make a vlog right now, and I don't have a separate microphone on me today. So I'm just using the one built into my phone here. So hopefully that'll be okay. There'll probably be a bit more ambient noise around, but hopefully not too much wind or anything. That's the main thing. So hopefully that's not too distracting. Anyway, back to the topic at hand, making the world better with Qigong. That might sound a bit ambitious, a bit grandiose, maybe, I don't know. But I was thinking about this a few times just over the last, over the last few weeks. Just a few different things happened, and talking to a few people made me think about this topic. Because I really do think that in many ways, depending on our perspective, that we do make the world better with our Qigong practice. Now, part of this is, of course, when we do our own practice, we're doing a lot for ourselves, making ourselves healthier, more balanced physically, emotionally, things like that. And so, we're part of the world. We're helping ourselves. That's making the world better. But it extends beyond this. A couple of the conversations that I had over the last little while that made me think about this a little bit, well, I was kind of already thinking about it, but sort of brought it to the fore and kind of made it a little bit of a theme, were with people who had recently finished one of the Long White Cloud Qigong courses, one of the really in-depth ones. So specifically it was the Elemental Alchemy Qigong program. And it's been really interesting talking to people doing this program, just the profound effect it's had on so many people's lives just going through the program for themselves. So that's been a big thing, so obviously, for myself, not just doing my own practice, but teaching others, and it's having a big impact on their life. So that's making the world better. But then a lot of those people who do the course go on to teach other people as well. And that then has an even bigger effect on, I'm teaching them. It's making their life better. They teach other people. That makes their life better. And there's this sort of ripple effect outwards. And one of the people in particular who I was talking to just over the last couple of weeks, she was saying, the effect on her had been so profound, and the benefit that she'd got from it, and that she felt like it should be compulsory. Everyone should have to learn this, because it's not just the practices, it's the principles behind the practices as well, of course, and just the understanding that it gives us about life, and it helps us to, accept what's going on around us. So to be just more comfortable because we understand some of the rhythms of life, and to then steer ourselves in a more harmonious way through that, so that we can go through, more gracefully, with less friction, and embrace the different patterns of life. And so, she thought it should be compulsory, and I was like, well, I don't think we can compel people to do anything, and even if we could, I don't think I'd want to. I think it's really important that people are able to choose for themselves, and do things of their own free will and what they're drawn to, and I think that's a really important thing. But I do think there is so much value both in the practices themselves and, as I said, the principles underlying the practices. It gives us this much greater perspective, understanding, and within that, harmony, ease in life. So that was part of it as well. Now, there's another part to this as well, on this topic of improving the world with Qigong, making the world better with Qigong. So there's the direct effect on us, on our own well-being. There's teaching other people, right? So that's one thing. So, then they can get the benefit for themselves from doing practice. But then there's also just the effect of us being in a better state, us being more calm, more peaceful, our energy flowing more freely. When we interact with other people, not necessarily teaching them Qigong or explaining anything to them, but just simply our interaction, when we're in a calmer, more harmonious state, it tends to help other people to also experience some of that calm, some of that harmony, which has a ripple effect outwards, because then when they're in a better state, it affects others as well. So I think there's lots of layers to this, and yeah, I guess it just, it really, I just had some moments over the last few weeks, because, okay, my work is what I dedicate most of my time to, Qigong, teaching Qigong. And of course I enjoy it. I love what I do. I find meaning in it. In many ways, just like anything you work at, it can be hard going sometimes. Lots of challenges and different things to deal with. Just had a whole lot of more issues with websites and things lately. Some of you, if you've been following the vlog, you will have seen me make reference to that a few times. Just, stuff that has to be dealt with. And that can be challenging sometimes. But then I've just had these little moments of recognizing, what? It's not just that I enjoy these practices. It's not just that it, makes me feel healthy and well. It's not even just that the people I teach enjoy them and appreciate them. I really do think that little by little, I'm not saying we're like drastically changing the world, but little by little, it's having a positive influence on the world as a whole. Certainly on the people closest to us, certainly, but in a little way, making a positive difference in the world. Again, that's by our own practice, by teaching others, by those people teaching other people, and also just that effect that we have by being more balanced, more harmonious ourselves, that has positive ripple effects out into the world. So anyway, that's my little moments of thought I thought I'd share with you. First vlog back in a while. Maybe there was something in there useful for you or a little bit inspiring. I hope so. If you've liked the vlog, please like, comment, subscribe, share, all those good things, and I look forward to seeing you on another one soon.